Dear students, welcome to my channel. In our data structure and algorithm tutorial, today we will discuss big O, big omega and big theta notation. Okay, as you know, big O, big omega and big theta notations are required for the evaluation of time complexity of an algorithm or to find out the running time of an algorithm. Myself, Niladji Shekhar Pal. I am working as an assistant professor at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management at Computer Science and Engineering and Department. So let's start big, big O, big theta, and big omega notation. Okay. So we'll start with asymptotic notation. What is asymptotic notation? Asymptotic notation of an algorithm is a mathematical representation of its complexity. Okay. So there are three types of basically asymptotic notation. One is big O notation, second one is big omega notation, and third one is big theta notation. Okay. Big O notation is basically for find out the worst case time complexity. Okay. So let's start big O notation. So big O notation is used to define the upper bound of an algorithm in terms of time complexity. That means it is used to find out the worst case time complexity. Basically, to find out the complexity of an algorithm, we will get different types of time complexity. Okay. So big O notation basically specifies the highest time. Okay, so it provides us with an asymptotic upper bound. Okay, so that is the maximum time required to evaluation of an algorithm, and then that means big O notation always indicates the maximum time required by an algorithm for all input values. Okay, so whatever your input values will be, big O notation always get the highest time complexity. Okay, so this means big O notation describes the worst case of an algorithm time complexity. Suppose Fn is an algorithm runtime and Gn is an arbitrary time, and complexity we are trying to relate to your algorithm. Okay, so Fn is order of Gn. Fn is order. So if Fn is order of Gn, if for some real constant c, where c is greater than 0, okay, and n 0, Fn less than c of c into Gn for every input values, okay, for every input size n, okay, where n greater than n0, okay. So the value of n will be greater than n0, and this function Fn will be equal to order of Gn, okay. So Fn will be order of Fn will be order of Gn if this condition satisfies. This condition satisfies. Okay. So let's see the graph. So you can see in the graph the value of Fn and Cgn is same when Fn is less than Cgn. So in from this equation you can check that the value of Fn is less than C of Gn. Okay. But in this point the value of Fn is order of Gn. Okay. So next come to the big omega notation. Big omega notation is basically used to define the lower bound of an algorithm in terms of time complexity. That means this type of notation is required to find out the best case time complexity. That means lower bound means the time required is less. Okay, and big omega notation always indicates the minimum time required by an algorithm for all input values, and that means big omega notation describes the best case of an algorithm time complexity. Okay, so it provides us with an asymptotic lower bound. In our previous case, in case of big O notation, we have seen that it provides asymptotic upper bound. But in case of big omega notation, it provides us with an asymptotic lower bound. That means the less amount of time required. Okay. So if Fn is hello, if Fn is omega of Gn, if for some real constant c, where c greater than 0 and n0, where n0 is greater than 0, then Fn will be greater than c of Gn, okay, greater than equal C of Gn for every input side. So Fn will be omega Gn, Fn will be omega Gn if this, I'm just erasing it, Fn will be, so Fn will be omega of Gn, okay, when this condition satisfied, okay, and this also these conditions C and n0 where n0 greater than equals to 0, okay. So Fn is order of Gn if for some real constants, okay, C and n0 where Fn less than C of Gn for every input size, okay. So let's check the graph. Here in the graph you can check that the value of, this is the point, okay. So Fn is order of Gn in this point, okay. So Fn is greater than here, okay. In our previous example we have seen that Fn is less than, okay, but in this big omega notation, that is Fn is greater than C of Gn, okay. So next, big theta notation, okay. Big theta notation is basically used to define the average bound of an algorithm in terms of time complexity and denote the asymptotically tight bound, okay. So in big O notation we have checked that asymptotic upper bound. In big omega notation we have denoted asymptotic lower bound, but in case of big theta notation we have get asymptotic tight bound. You see, big theta notation is basically required for average case time complexity, okay. This is middle of the best case and worst case. That is, big theta notation always indicates the average time required, okay, by an algorithm for all input values. This means big theta notation describes the average case of an algorithm time complexity, okay. So suppose there is a function fn as time complexity of an algorithm and gn is the most significant term. So if C1Gn less than f of n and less than equal to C2Gn for all n greater than n0 and C1 greater than 0 and C2 greater than 0 and n0 greater than equals to 1, then we represent Fn as theta Gn, okay. So let's check the graph, okay. So we can check here in case of big O notation we have seen that Fn is less than of Gn, Cgn, okay. But in case of big omega notation, Fn is greater than, okay. But here in case of big theta notation, Fn is middle of C1Gn and C2Gn, okay. This is basically the average case, okay. This is because of average case time complexity. Function of n is middle of C1Gn and C2Gn, okay. So I am again watching you the graph. This is the graph of big omega notation. Here you can find the Fn is greater than C of Gn, okay, and here you have seen that Fn is less than C of Gn, okay. So in big theta notation, f of n is middle of C of Gn, okay, and C to Gn. So what is common asymptotic notation? Okay, this type of common asymptotic notations are, you will get it, okay, in our different types of problems. That is order of one. Order of one basically constant time. Okay. Next, order of log n. This is the logarithmic. Next is order of n. That is the linear equation. Okay. Next, order of n square. This is for quadratic equation. The next, order of n to the power c. This is for polynomial or algebraic equation. And last one is order of c to the power n, where c greater than 1. This is the exponential one. Okay. So these 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 notations are very useful. Okay. You will find it in to doing different types of problems. Okay. When we will find different time complexity of different types of data structure technique. Okay. Then we will use this type of notation. These are the common notation basically. Okay. So as you can see that the time is increased from this top to down. Okay. So order of 1 is constant. Next, the value of order of log n is greater than of order 1. Okay, order of 1. Next, order of n is greater than order of log n. Order of n square is also greater than order of n, and order of n to the power c is greater than order of n square, and order of c to the power n is greater than order of nc. Okay. So this is all about the big omega and big theta notation. Okay, students. So in our next tutorial, we will get all the problems related to big theta, big omega. Okay. So I am requesting you to subscribe to my channel. You will find the bell icon in your right hand side of your screen. You can click it and get all the details of my tutorial, or you can visit facebook.com/digital classroom at the Niladripal, or you can contact me via my phone, or you can mail me if you have any doubt or any problem. So student, this is all about data structures algorithm. Okay, so this is big omega and big theta notation. In our next tutorial, you will find I am already will do different types of problems on it. Okay? Thank you, student.